If there's anything that you take from this, I hope that it's that the mentorship that all of you have been giving to students has made an impact. Conferences are a really essential experience for undergrads who are doing research, especially females, to have, to just feel like we belong in our specific disciplines.
When I first went to a scientific conference was in my master's program, and my advisor was great. I didn't know he was nationally recognized at the time, but he sent me to this conference, and it was the first time I saw a female in my area in a position of authority. I looked at her, and she was cool.
One challenge, I think, is that our society still retains rigid ideas of what it means to be female and what it means to be feminine. So certainly there are changes, but I think there's still a very strong underlying current. And so that for some young women, it is still the case that they will need to overcome stigma.
It was Emily Taylor who gave me advice. Emily Taylor put her finger and she said, "Do things right."
At this time, nationwide in STEM fields, and by STEM I certainly mean science, technology, engineering, and math, the representation of women in these fields is about 24% nationwide. As we move women into STEM fields, not only will they be more financially secure because these tend to be higher paying positions, but we will also reduce the gender gap in wages. And we like to close this gap on the number of women in STEM fields, and the way to do that at KU is to begin with our women undergraduates.
Academic science in particular is really a people profession, that a lab is really just a large family. The students that we have in our labs are fantastic and are capable of being leaders in their fields. And sometimes it just needs an experience like this, going to a scientific meeting where they can get connected and start that wonderful trajectory.
My project focuses on understanding allometric growth. Now, allometric growth is the way that humans and most animals grow, and it's characterized by tissues and organs that grow at different rates relative to one another. And so far, we found one novel gene called tenectin that we believe is a good candidate to control larval trachea growth. It's been such a transformative experience because, one, I became a lot more comfortable with talking about my research, and I felt like for the first time that I had a voice in science that was important. And I even got to meet some scientists that I had been citing in my work and whose papers I had only read. So that was really, really amazing to look down at their name tag and be like, oh my gosh, your work has been so important for the project I'm doing now. With that, I just want to thank you for allowing me to speak, and open for questions.